Because we are live, ladies and gentlemen, with the Lonely Marks. I am Jacob, joined by Richie and Austin. Jordan couldn't be with us tonight, but he is with us in spirit. And he'll be joining us a little bit later on. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, no, we are here. We are here to talk some wrestling, talk some Crown Jewel, do some drafting. The PWI, the top 250 women's wrestlers came out, so we will be drafting from that list at the request of Richie. So, a fun episode planned. But before we even get into all that, Richie, how are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm all right. I just haven't been doing much in regards to being out. Got. I feel like maybe it just loves me or something, but I got COVID again, so just been chilling out and I mean I managed to see 5 Nights at Freddy's before I got COVID. Before I tested, so I might have infected people in that theater. But you know what? That's probably the most eventful thing that happened in that theater because that movie's not good. But yeah, so I mean, it'd be fun to talk about Crown Jewel. I thought we'll get into it. Mainly an okay show, okay show, and it'd be very interesting doing this draft because especially for pairs. But yeah, it should be fun, and it should be fun drafting. It should be fun. Anyway, we'll get into it.
I researched some Japanese women's wrestlers before we went live, so I may not have physically seen their matches, but I know who some people are talking about. Saying are good.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of Pez, how's it going?
Hey, I'm in a wonderful mood. I got a chance to add a new movie to my worst of the year list tonight, so that's always exciting. On my expanding list, 2023 is still a positive year for movies, but I'm always interested in adding those ones to the worst of the year, the Marvels. But anyways, but yeah, we're here to talk about wrestling, talk some Crown Jewel, talk some women's wrestling, which is not my favorite type of wrestling. I've made that pretty clear, but hey, I'll do my best.
Yes, I'm the same. Like some of the women on this list, I am unfamiliar with. So
I'm unfamiliar with about 200 out of 250 on this list.
Yeah.
So that should be fun.
I'm hoping that the 20 I draft are going to be 20 that I know, but
yeah,
we'll see. Maybe like with the independent draft that we did, I'll just hey, they have a cool name. Hey, I like that name.
Yeah.
It's the reason I drafted Chili Willy back in
the ECW draft.
The ECW draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? No, like I don't know. He's all right. I didn't mind it. You know what? Not.
Is he all right? Yeah. I don't know. I saw
I've seen like 2 of his matches, so had ECW stuck around for another year, maybe he would have been okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you drafted him for me as well, and I put
Yeah.
You're welcome, by the way.
He's a former Tough Man champion or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richie, you're still acting like we drafted you this horrible roster when you.
I told you I was going to give you champions and Hall of Famers, and what did I draft you that entire draft? Champions and Hall of Famers. I did not lie. I spoke nothing but the truth, sir. And then you took our list and you made a card and just flushed it down the toilet. Shame on you. Shame on you. When you try to book Judy Bagwell versus Mae Young in a bra and panties match and viewers, how dare you? How dare you?
With Harvey Whippleman special, referee.
Exactly. It's terrible. The disrespect, that's on display. Horrible.
Women's revolution.
Yeah, right.
But before we get into Crown Jewel and the draft, as always, we'll just if you guys have any bits of news that you want to shout out. One thing that I thought was interesting this week, pretty recent actually, is that Samoa Joe has vacated the Ring of Honor television title because he says the next championship that's going to be over his shoulder will be the AEW World Championship. What do you guys think about Samoa Joe vacating the television title?
That's news to me because I don't watch AEW on the regular weekly, so news to me. But I knew he was in the title hunt in general because he's kind of chasing MJF right now, right? So but I mean, there's everybody and their mother has a title in AEW. So, I don't know if he
There are a
needs
lot
the
of them.
ROH TV title or whatever he has. Give that to somebody in Ring of Honor, maybe. It seems like every time I watch an AEW pay-per-view, every single person on the card has a belt, and I'm. What is this? The invasion angle? That everybody has a belt. Yeah, what belts are we defending today? The AAA 24/8 championship. Okay, whatever you say. The New Japan. Sometimes on a Tuesday championship. Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, whatever. Give that to somebody else who doesn't. Samoa Joe don't need it right now. Yeah, he should be.
Yeah.
He should be more of a main event. World title contender, anyways, not some ROH mid card guy.
It does feel like that. Yeah, they probably don't. Yeah, They probably didn't have like an end point as to who was going to beat him for that title, anyway. So might as well just get him out of getting him out of that kind of conversation. Considering, his focus was MJF. So why, it felt like the ROH team title just holding him down for the focus. But yeah, the problem is, I guess, Samoa Joe's after MJF, and so is like 10, 12 other people. I feel like it's like it's got a new challenge every week. I think it was this week they ended up getting a great match with Garcia, Kenny Omega.
Even though he is scheduled to defend the title against Jay White.
It's kind of convoluting everything. Just like
Booker of the Year, Tony Khan, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like
MJF has 5 different storylines going at the exact same time.
Yeah, he's like I'm assuming that like when he's healthy, Adam Cole probably turn on him. You got Wardlow, you got Samoa Joe. What I'm gonna say? You got Roderick Strong probably the next. Daniel Garcia. Maybe at some point. He's got that thing going with Max Caster. Like, why is every storyline involved in there? And then they
next
got
week MJF versus Billy Gunn for the World Championship.
Then with the women, they're just like, I don't know, you're challenging this person. Why? I don't know. Just
because.
I mean, I will say they're doing a good job with Tony Storm because her character's really cool, but that's about it.
Somebody who's getting themselves over with their character work,
when she's squirting orange juice in Tony Schiavone's eye.
So I mean, that's interesting. I guess they probably want to have like and there's a Ring of Honor pay-per-view coming out, I think, in December, so they probably want to have maybe a TV title match on that show, and probably crown a new champion. So it would have been. I guess I don't want him to lose, but like he defended it on Dynamite against Keith Lee. Put the title on Keith Lee. Why not?
Keith Lee's a guy that could be bigger on like the ROH roster. Not that I want him to get like demoted, but again, there's so many damn people on the AEW roster that some of these people, if you put them higher up on a Ring of Honor card, they could shine. Because Keith Lee, some of his best stuff I've seen was, Richie knows this, some of the PWG matches he had against like Dijak and Ricochet or Gunther, when he was Walter or whatever, like some of those matches he had where he was in like the semi-main event or something like that. And he came off like a big star on those shows, because he was a big deal. And when you give him time and let him work, he was awesome. So yeah, like that would be like a perfect title for somebody like him, somebody like a Mark Briscoe. Get his singles run going, who they've underutilized since they kind of signed him,
considering Mark Briscoe has that storyline where he's, he never won he came close to winning the TV title from Jay Lethal or whatever, never actually did. I don't know, like you could do that TV title storyline with him, because like they were doing that thing where like obviously Jay Briscoe won the world title and he was going for the TV title, but Mark Briscoe never actually won the TV title. So you could do something like that. I can see that. Then Mark Briscoe's back in the fold now, because he was injured for a bit. But
he's back now. That's a perfect spot for him at Final Battle. And people love who doesn't love Mark Briscoe, especially the ROH fans. He's ROH royalty. So like why not elevate him as a singles competitor, because he's obviously a super talented dude even as a singles guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. It should be interesting. It's like a wait and see. type thing. But yeah, beyond that, I can't think of like there's
War games.
War games where Adam Pearce said war game. He didn't do a bad job saying it, but the war game thing should be William Regal. War game.
Oh, okay. He tried. He gave it his best shot. He tried to put a little war games on the, in his little in-ring thing. So I saw the brief thing where he announced it on YouTube. So, and I could have sworn, I'm assuming they're going to add people to the match because I could have sworn even on Crown Jewel, Michael Cole saying something about, or in a video package or something, the 10-man enter sort of thing. And as of right now, it's 4-on-4.
Well, actually, it will be so. Judgment Day would be Finn Balor, Damian Priest,
Dominic and JD.
Dominic JD. Oh yeah, that's right. Because he had Rhea not gonna be in it. Yeah.
I'm assuming they're gonna add Jimmy Uso on one side and Kevin Owens on the other side, right? Or is he injured?
Kevin Owens is on SmackDown now, so they've put him on a different brand.
I could see Drew joining Judgment Day side, just kind of still wanting to go after that title, and just kind of aligning himself begrudgingly, and then maybe because I felt like maybe they were teasing a heel turn with Drew, and I don't know if they're still gonna.
I don't know. He still might be leaving. I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't think he's because he also just hasn't re-signed yet, and I'm like, if he had re-signed, maybe I would have picked him to win the title at Crown Jewel.
I feel like I will say this. I mean, I've said this about a few people in the past, but if WWE let him go, they're idiots. He's great. He's great and should get that title one eventually. Where that he was sort of robbed of because of the pandemic. But I would say Rhea, but I think Rhea's versing Zoe Starks, am I right? I think she's versing Rhea. Yeah, she's versing Zoe Starks.
No, they're not going to throw a woman on each side or anything.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a unique thing for like a future one, but yeah.
I'm telling you, I think Rhea could hang though if she wanted to.
Yeah, I think she could. But yeah, so more games, interesting.
With the announcement of that match, it kind of, I guess we're not going to see any Raw versus SmackDown sort of thing going on because you got Seth Rollins in the match, so we're not getting the champion versus champion like I thought we would, like Seth versus Rollins.
I'm all right with that. I feel like they were kind of watering that down too much. I'm just like, you can take a break from it a bit and then go back to it later on.
If Roman even showed up to Survivor Series.
I don't think he's penciled into
I don't think he's penciled in as of right now to do anything. So he probably won't defend it again till the Rumble, I'm assuming.
Who do you book him against? Do you book him against LA Knight to lose again and possibly derail his momentum?
I don't know.
So I don't know what you'd do, and then just
because they mentioned something on Crown Jewel that he was like 100 days away from Bruno, so they're going to try to do that just for the record. They're going to, because that's literally a little over 3 months. So if you get to Mania, you break that. So he's obviously hanging it on until Mania, and he's going to break Bruno's. And then, because they're all about records now, so he's going to break Bruno's record, and then we'll see what happens there. And I think, or no, he was going to break Hogan's or Bruno. I don't know. One of the two.
Hogan first, yeah.
Hogan first, and then Bruno, whatever it was. So Hogan, he'll break for sure, and then I don't know how far it is from Bruno from there, but somebody will have it online. But yeah, they're all about the records now. Who holds it for the most days? Doesn't matter how many times you actually defend the damn thing. How many days you just keep it in your suitcase, I guess, So, yeah, because he's, like I said many times, he's defended it twice since WrestleMania. So, not exactly like the most prestigious champion when it comes to the actual win-loss record, throughout the year. Hogan was at least defending it on every Saturday night's main event and every major event or whatever. You know what I mean? He always had a title match. He even defended it on the house shows. Against whatever big man, they ran the circuit with somebody and he would defend the title. He was always defending the title. He was winning all the time, which is fine. He was the champion, but he at least defended it, So, and it's weird also, I don't know. Can we just get into it? Like Crown Jewel, there's some weird shit on the show.
Yeah,
But,
no, but
Yeah, and they may have mentioned he's less than 100 days from Bruno's second reign overall.
Okay, so that was the Bruno thing.
Yeah.
I just think it's like I don't know. We'll get into it. I
don't know. We're introduced to John Cena as literally the greatest of all time, and while at the same time saying he hasn't won a singles match since 2018. Like, fuck out of here! What are you doing? That's contradictory. That's contradictory. What are you doing?
Yeah, you can't be the greatest of all time and lose
all the the Like, get the fuck out of here with that. Like, what are you talking about?
Right,
yeah, that's very forced. It's like when they started calling Randy Orton, literally announcing him as the Viper. Like, that was weird. When they started literally announcing you by the nickname you made up, like, that's weird.
Well, I still don't like when they call him Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah. That's weird too.
He is Seth Rollins. Anyway, and he called himself Seth freaking Rollins. But yeah, I don't know. Just but I guess that's what I was going to say. Like we don't have that long for like Mania season, like Royal Rumble, like Elimination Chamber. So if they're going to do Roman and Cody again, I don't know how they're getting there because they haven't really hinted towards that yet. So
no, they had that. They had that brief face to face when Cody and Jay were the tag champs, and they came out, but that was about the only interaction we've had between them since WrestleMania.
Yeah. I just think it makes more sense to be Jay at this point. But anyway, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I would say it makes more sense but I don't know who it makes sense for at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully they build somebody by Royal Rumble, and then there's a obvious challenger going forward.
Guys, the story isn't finished yet. Don't you see? It's because we haven't figured out what the ending is yet. So that's why the story isn't finished. We're still working on that.
We're still brainstorming ideas.
Right. I'll totally put it past it. Like so WrestleMania, it's Cody Roman. Cody beats Roman, but then Cody loses the title again to someone else at Backlash the next month.
Yeah. Damian Priest immediately
to Roman again.
Yeah.
Can we talk? No. Another thing. This is a botch thing, but another thing at Survivor Series we're getting Gunther versus The Miz.
The Miz, why? I will only buy that match if the entire match is Gunther beating the shit out of The Miz for 15 minutes and then pinning his ass. That's the only way I will believe any bit of that match. Period.
If what I read was correct, there was supposed to be a double pin, and Ricochet accidentally got his shoulder off, so it wasn't
Ivar's meant to pin. Yeah.
Because Ivar and Gunther, sign me up.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm in for that.
Yeah. Or even do a rematch with Bronson. I'm fine with that too. Whatever, on a pay-per-view level. Give more time.
Out of those 4 people, Miz was the last.
Miz is the least person, and then I found out that he won because I saw the graphic for that on Crown Jewel, and I was like, oh, okay, so it'll be either Ivar or Bronson, right? Or Bronson in a rematch or Ivar. I was like, okay, cool. And then I see and I'm looking up the potential Survivor Series card, and they're like, "Oh yeah, The Miz is them." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, what?
They have time to fix it.
I'm like, "Who asked for that?"
and as we'll talk about in Crown Jewel, they just inexplicably turn a babyface. I guess he's a babyface now. Miz. Just because
nobody buys it, but sure.
Yeah.
Who wants to cheer The Miz?
No, he's just a natural heel. I don't know why.
He's an asshole. He's a punchable heel. You don't want to cheer that guy.
They've tried to turn a babyface before. Remember when they tried to align him with Ric Flair? That was weird.
It's when they didn't know quite yet what to do with Logan Paul. He's like, no, he's a natural asshole. That's what you should do with him. He's a natural, hittable social media dickhead. You want to boo that guy. So make him a heel. Just make him a fool. Just make him be him times 10. That's what he is. It's the same thing with The Miz. The Miz is just naturally that punchable guy. That guy you just don't like. And that's who he should be all the time, and I'm fine with that.
Remember when he and Del Rio teamed as faces?
There's something Logan Paul says to Rey Mysterio that's hilarious. I'll get to it. We'll get to it.
That post match where I feel like it wasn't planned, but he knew the camera was on him, so he had to like stay in character at the same time. Like
it was fucking great. Logan Paul's great.
We'll talk about it. No, Logan Paul's like the greatest thing to happen to this company. Logan Paul should rematch with Roman Reigns and win the title at WrestleMania. I said it last year, and I'll say it again now. Logan Paul should be the next Universal Champion at WrestleMania. Absolutely, he's the future of that company. He's the great. He's cemented himself already 8 matches in as the greatest celebrity turned wrestler ever. Who's better?
No.
Who's a better celebrity turned wrestler ever? None. Not one. You can't name one. He's the best.
Yeah.
That dude should be champion within a year. Absolutely, he should be leading that company. 100%. Did you see the pictures I posted you in the group? He's doing exactly what I said he should do. Exactly what I said he was going to do when he wins the title. He posted a bunch of arrogant, ridiculous pictures on social media of him like sleeping with the belt. He's having sex with his girl and his belt's right next to him. He's showering with it. He's riding a horse with it. It's exactly what I said he should do, and he did it. He gets it. Logan Paul gets it. He gets being a heel, and it's great. It's awesome. Anyways, we'll get to him. We'll get to him. I know he's later on in the show, but we should do the show proper, Jacob. I'm sorry.
You're in the pre-show for that show?
I didn't watch the pre-show. We can skip that.
I forgot there was a pre-show match.
I didn't watch the pre-show.
I'll just break it. So yes, it was Sami Zayn versus JD McDonough. JD McDonough, I don't know what happens, but like there was one where he gets like whiplash on the rope. But there's also he gets you can probably Google it. He gets this like massive red mark, like massive, like it's almost like bright, like dark red. It's fucking weird. Like I don't know if it just shows up like it's kind of like a Sheamus thing where it's, red marks just show up like more because he's very white and so. But like it looked nasty. As we'll probably talk about later on too. I mean, like the crowd were into this match, but they I don't want to kind of be too negative, but like they're almost too into it because within like a couple of minutes they were chanting, "This is awesome!" Like,
so I'm always like, relax, people. All right, relax. They're not having that like. Just because they're doing a couple of finishers back and forth doesn't mean it's a 5-star classic. Like, chill out. Yeah. All right, it doesn't have the emotion of an amazing match. All right, chill out.
Yeah, but yeah, it was all right. I mean, it turned out to be a really good, a pretty good match. Your finish comes when Sammy hit the Helluva Kick, but that wasn't the finish. He actually finished the match with a Blue Thunder Bomb, which is usually a transition move.
That's usually the setup for the Helluva Kick, right?
Yeah, so he's actually won with that move, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, that was a decent match. So yeah.
I meant to go back and watch it because I started watching because it started for me at 9 a.m. and I was still sleeping. But I woke up in time to start the main show at 10 a.m. And so that's why I started.
I watched the replay. I started the stream and saw the stream was 4 hours and 20 minutes, and I went nope, and I skipped way ahead. And I saw that there was. I was like nope, kept skipping. Finally got to the actual beginning of the show, and that's where I started.
Which is like an hour in, yeah.
Yeah, and I skipped all the entrances. I skipped the Miz segment. Like I skipped that shit. I'm like, I ain't watching that. If I can skip right past that.
If I could skip that in real time.
Skip most of the That's what I heard. I heard I didn't miss shit, so I just skipped right on past it. I was like, I don't know who this TV show host is. I don't give a shit. I'm skipping right past it. Whatever.
That was strictly for the fans.
I know you like Grayson Waller, Richie, but I did not care one bit. I'm sorry. Like I don't.
No. I mean, like, if the Miz was in the segment, you probably would have watched. Maybe. Like, yeah, I don't know. Grayson Waller. Yeah, I love Grayson Waller, but yeah, this was. I don't know. I just felt like it was a segment to pad the show, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But we kicked the main show off with the World Heavyweight Championship, so none of us got that right.
Nope.
I did not expect them to open with the World Heavyweight, but I guess it doesn't surprise me.
I'm like, what is this, an AEW pay-per-view with MJF defending the title in the first match? What the hell's going on?
I actually thought this was the best match on the show.
Yeah, it probably was the best match on the show. Looking back on it, actually. Yeah.
This match was really good. Seth Rollins defeating Drew McIntyre. This was I thought this was a good way to open the show. I still find it hard to believe that Seth can take all this punishment and then still eke out a victory. I feel
Homeboy's still taking belly-to-belly suplexes on the floor, like with his back condition. Like, bro, what are you doing, man? Like,
like
stop doing that.
If his back is actually hurt, and this isn't just like a storyline thing to make him still look strong
really
when he
hurt.
loses the title, but yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's really hurt, and he's taking these bumps, and it's like, come on, like when you lose the title, like how much time are you gonna have to take off?
I just thought he should lose the title and he could take a couple months off and come back at Mania or something like that, or even in the Rumble. Like, give him a month and a half, 2 months off or whatever. Give him some time to heal up and rest. Make a big return at the Rumble or something. Have a big spot, do something. But give him some time off. Like, he's still going to be a star, and he had his run. Like he ran with his belt for almost a year. Like, he's been running with his belt for a while. Yeah. He's faced damn near everybody. So like. Give somebody a chance. Give him a chance to heal up and then come back. It's fine.
Give him a couple months. Big return in the Rumble. He has a good show in there.
Ready to go. And then he can have a nice big match at Mania or whatever. Nice.
And I thought Drew makes sense to be the guy to beat it because it's like he has that story like, hey, I won, but I was front of nobody. I want to, and he's got this like, kind of chip on his shoulder, and that he could become, and maybe while he's gone, he can become like a top heel, and then like, he could go from there, so couldn't go from there as a guy who's like, kind of, is finally won the championship, but still bitter about everything, and so he leans into the heel role, and then Seth comes back. Yeah, I think there was a storyline there, but you didn't get it. Right? Now
I'm wondering if they didn't put the belt on him because, like we said earlier, he hasn't re-signed yet. So they were hesitant. Like, hey, I mean, I would be like, hey, I can't put the belt on somebody I don't know if they're going to be here in a few months or not.
Yeah, they might show up at AEW and throw it in the trash.
I don't think Drew McIntyre is Shawn Michaels. Like refusing to drop, or I'm sorry, Bret Hart or whatever, like refusing to drop the fucking title. Like he's not that. I don't get it. Like, I thought this would be the time, and like they're not making stars. Like, it's the same people. Like, I don't know. Just where else you go with Seth Rollins and his like character. Now he's just going to be in a War Games match, and we're probably not going to have any world title match at Survivor Series. Probably not going to have another title defense till the Rumble. Of either belt. I don't know
unless Damian cashes in during War Games.
Can you do that?
Would that be?
But what did they do with? What was the follow up? I didn't watch Raw. What was the follow up to the briefcase thing?
I don't know because I don't know that they ever.
I don't think they even
Richie because I don't know if they ever mentioned it because Sammy and Seth had a match for the title. I guess it was Seth's way of saying, "Hey, thanks for stopping the cash in. Now here's a world title match whenever you want." Oh, I want it tonight. And then they had a match, and it was a really good match. But
did he have the briefcase with him?
I didn't see the briefcase at all.
So why did we do that whole thing in the show?
There's no follow up.
He stole it.
Unless he stole it and get it back. Because Priest came out and attacked him right after the match, and it's like this would have been a perfect opportunity for a cash in as well. Yeah. So I don't know if they're just building up like, hey, Seth is so injured that like he just can't take it anymore, and then Damian cashes in, but it's like
because I do
there's been so many moments where
now that's true. If he does cash in at War Games after a big table spot or something, and like everybody's laid out, like literally there's carnage in the ring and there's chairs everywhere and tables broken everywhere and whatever, and Damian's like the last man standing and maybe he's about to leave and he goes, oh shit, and he like pulls out the briefcase, fucking hands it to the ref, close the fucking door, go over there and beat his ass and pin him. That would be a good finale to the War Games. Now you got something there. But we keep seeing, but that would have been a good way to end that last man standing match. That would have been a good way to end this. Okay, if it's for that and he cashes in at War Games and pins him in the middle of War Games and that's how you end it, okay, cool. I'm with that. And it actually again freshens things up a little bit, going into the new year. I'm all about it.
Yeah, I don't know. And have they ever explained like those times where he was going to cash in and then Rhea stopped him? But no, that's not. And then like I don't know, like do they have some other grand plan? Do they ever get back to that?
Well, okay, but here's the thing. So if they're in War Games and there's nobody there to stop him cashing in this time because they're all laid out, right? Theoretically, there's all the rest of the Judgment Day is in the match. So let's say at the end of the match, literally Damian gets the win or whatever. He's the last man standing. Maybe he celebrated and he looks around. All of his partners are down. Seth is down. Everybody's down, for whatever reason. Everybody's just laid out because of, mass carnage or whatever. And then he cashes in. That'd be a good way to do it. And then he did it without anybody interfering with him. So that would actually theoretically work if they went that direction.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're setting up. I hope so. That would make sense. And that would work with what they're working with right now.
Yeah, and are they just dropping any friction they had between him and Finn Balor?
And then that would give Seth some time off for the rest of the year, maybe until the Rumble.
Yeah, if he does something devastating in the middle of the ring, maybe does something to him on the fucking steps or something like that in the middle of the ring. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but something. And pins him and sets him out till the Rumble, and Damian holds the title for a little while. Why not? Let's freshen things up a little bit.
Yeah, I think Damian would be a great world champion.
Yeah.
So
well, again, he's not Universal champion. He's not the Roman champion. He's champion on Raw. Cool. I think he's earned it. Dude's been in the business way longer than people realize. That dude's like a 20-year veteran. That dude's been wrestling forever.
Watching about 2005, 6.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre's the same way. That dude's been wrestling since like 06. That's why I thought, hey, maybe it's time. The dude's 38 years old. Give him a chance. Let him get a little run with the belt.
Shoot, Damian needs a first opponent. Let Drew go at it again. Damian and Drew. I'm in for that match. Let's do it.
Why not?
Give Drew another chance.
Yeah, you don't have to have a huge main event but they've still got one more show before Royal Rumble, right? The December show. What do they got in December?
They don't have anything in December.
Oh, really? They
I think they won again.
I think they break. Yeah, unless it's just a random show that will be on the network.
Because they have Crown, because they're doing Crown Jewel and Survivor Series this month. I think they don't.
I don't know if they're going to do day one again, because they were going to do. That was one of the changes Triple H made. They were going to have day one last year, early this year, I believe, and then Triple H was like, "Nah, we're not going to do a New Year's show. I'll let the
after this, the next one they have is the Rumble, which isn't until January 27th.
Yeah, because there's an NXT New Year's Evil thing, but that's it.
Yeah.
I guess that what they've
Deadline
been doing or whatever. But but I don't. Yeah, Deadline, and then, that's it. Enough until the Rumble. So that's it. So they got time. That's what I'm saying. That'd be a good chance to freshen things up, develop a few new stories, get some new blood in there, get Damian a run, and let him and the Judgment Day thing run around for a little bit, till the Rumble, and then start, figure out what you want to do till Mania. Just liven things up a little bit.
Let Judgment Day hold all the titles. Give Finn Balor and JD McDonough a tag team run.
Why not?
Stop treating JD like a joke, because he can actually wrestle.
He can wrestle. He was really good in NXT UK.
Decent opener. I wish they would have either just. I don't like all the teases with the briefcase. They don't need this many. Let them cash in already.
Yeah.
Up next, we had the 5-way for the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley coming out on top, taking on Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark. I was really worried that they were going to put it on Nia, but I was like, no, I don't think the build has been that good that I feel like Rhea's title reign is in trouble. It was like, no, it was just a way to get some women on the card. Rhea finally had a match on a premium live event, which, unfortunately, it wasn't a great match, but it wasn't a bad match either. I think every woman had their spot. I think the Shayna Baszler submission spot was pretty cool.
It was goofy, but it was cool, I guess.
It was different. It wasn't. It was something different that
Sure.
I mean, we've seen double submissions before, but I thought that was a cool way to do it. I mean, I want to see just a straight up Rhea Raquel match. I think but I guess we're getting Rhea and Zoe, which a fresh challenger for Rhea, but Yeah, this was another match where I think every woman kind of had their moment, but I don't know, nothing too memorable. It was just like I think it was your basic 5-way, and Rhea retains.
Had it not had Rhea in it, it would have felt like one of those matches you'd see on Raw that was like a number one contender, like 5-way type of thing. Like that's what it felt like. Only Rhea, comes out on top. Still always odd that like they get to the show and they all have to wear like bodysuits. That's always weird. Because they can't show their elbows and Saudi Arabia. That's weird.
Even the
chick ref, has to wear like an undershirt to her ref shirt. That's odd.
She shows the elbows.
I don't know what that religion is. Religion is weird. But anyways, it's always strange. I mean, it works for Ripley because Ripley was wearing just like a full like leather outfit, and like that works for her character, so like that's fine. I can see her just wearing that in general, but like everybody else, wearing completely opposite of what they would wear.
I tell you who it didn't work for, because the whole idea of like Raquel's entrance is that she goes and then like look and then turns around and you have to look at her back, but she turned around and like her back's covered up. So, what's the point of doing that?
I don't know, because you just have to, because that's the only way we can get the women to wrestle over there. I mean, it was okay. It felt like a Raw main event or something. It's just a lot of moves. I did like the finish where she hit the riptide and landed on a bunch of stack of people. Like that was all right. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't have a lot to say about this. I mean, they always treat Nia like she's a threat, but everybody beats Nia Jax all the time, so who cares? Like, that's always weird. So
anytime she's in a multi-woman match, I'm never picking her to win.
I know, no, yeah. So I mean, whatever. But I mean, it was fine. It was watchable.
They treat Nia like she's a threat, but I feel like they put her in multiple women's matches because they're not going to do as much as Rhea is a really good worker. They're not going to put Rhea and Nia in there because they also realize, even though they want Nia to desperately be a thing, they know Nia sucks in the ring.
And she's going to hurt somebody one-on-one. So we'll put her in a multi-man match so she only does one spot every 5 minutes, and then that way it minimizes the damage she can do to everybody.
It's hard. I mean, it's worse than the other women's match, but the Saudi crowd reacted as much as it's kind of the as much as Saudis the government reacts to women. There you go.
They reacted.
That's my belief.
They liked Ripley. They liked Rhea's entrance.
They liked Rhea.
They liked her and her song because her song is good.
And
after that, it was not much. After
her entrance was cool, and then she looked like kind of like Joan Jett kind of thing, but Joan Jett sort of crow vibe to her. But the crowd couldn't have given a shit about women on the show, and I don't know. I felt bad for them. Like this definitely more well received than the one we'll get to, which I felt bad for. But it was good for what it was. I didn't really think Rhea was in danger of losing the title yet. I think maybe Rhea and Zoe Stark's harder to call, because I know they're really high on Zoe Stark, and she's really good. So that'll be a more just intriguing match as far as predictions go. So this was fine.
Yeah. All right, and then following this match, I don't know, was where the segment was. I don't remember where that mid segment came in.
I don't remember. I skipped it immediately, so we don't have to.
There
there was some Saudi talk show host guy that was the guest.
This literally just could have been like, why did we have why did it have to be like? You could have just aired this while we're watching a video package or something. You know what I mean? Like why?
But this could have been on the pre-show to get the crowd into the pre-show.
Like I don't know who this is. I'm not going to know.
We don't know who this person is. I get that the crowd does, but I don't know who that person is. They're on the biggest show in Saudi Arabia. Cool. I don't watch it. All right. Great. What am I supposed to do with that?
You could have done this while those of us who haven't sprung for Peacock Premium yet had to watch commercials.
Yeah. I guess they just argue, Miss TV sucks, but I might Grace Waller's better. I feel like we've done that that all the time. Like there's been talk shows all the time where my talk show's better. Killian Escobar's better. No, Highlight Reel's better. And then he does like a weird version of people's elbow. If you see, if you watch it, but I mean,
he does the people's elbow, Pez.
Cool. Doesn't everybody do the people's elbow?
He does
at this
the people's
point?
elbow, but as we'll see, so does LA Knight kind of. But we'll see.
So did Snoop Dogg at WrestleMania and beat The Miz, who's now challenging Gunther, for the Intercontinental, which is why I'm saying right now, if that match is anything but Gunther destroying The Miz for 15 minutes, I'm going to be mad. Because that match better be like the Walter Darby Allin match I saw, where it was nothing but Walter beating the fuck out of Darby Allin for 15 minutes and then pinning his ass in Evolve. That's what that match needs to be. So if that match is anything but when Snoop Dogg pinned The Miz in 9 seconds at WrestleMania, I might quit life. What are we doing here? Like, oh my god, why is The Miz? Holy shit! Enough with The Miz. Like, he's a talk show host. He's a wrestler. He's a talk show host. He's a wrestler. Make up your mind, okay?
He should be the other. That's what he
should be the talk show host. Like, get him out of the ring. Like, there was 10 other guys on the roster you could have put in that 4-way match. Like, get him out of there.
Miz is a good talker and a good PR guy. Just use him for that.
Use him for that. Use him to do the morning shows or whatever, like he's the guy you send to the schools to talk to the kids, like in that package. He's the guy that does the charity events. He's the guy that goes on Good Morning America or whatever. Fine, do that. Stay out of the ring. You're done. I don't want to watch you anymore, especially in title matches. Anyways, rant over. Sorry.
Up next, we had Solo Sikoa in his debut singles match on pay-per-view
against the greatest of all time, John Cena.
John Cena.
Which we're billing him as now? No, you're not. Sorry.
No, apparently, Michael. I don't like it either.
Yeah, we don't get it.
We don't get it either. I know.
Apparently, Michael Cole admitted that he referred to him as that, and like it's not like obviously because. I don't think like Vince is on the headset anymore, so it's just like it's him. Like I guess he maybe had that opinion and he got told to parrot that, but like it's just like look, I think John Cena's a legend, but if you tell people, if you constantly hamming home, he's great all the time, he's great all the time, he's great, like I'm going to believe you less and less. Just
it's like we do know Ric Flair is still alive, right? Like, not that he's like the greatest of all time right now, like as a wrestler, but like, no, bro, you ain't Ric Flair, bro. You ain't Hulk Hogan.
The greatest of a generation.
Yeah. Like
not of all time.
That would be more. That would be more like. And as far as star power, I'd be behind that. But
he was the biggest star of the 2010s. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
Even things like like great all time, but Steve Austin is still The Rock still. I don't know.
The Undertaker wrestled for 30 years as a main event gentleman.
What metric are you doing? Are you talking about even wrestling? Like wrestling, that'd be far beyond the you got Bret Hart.
You could make a case for Randy Orton in the same era.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird that they're billing him like. I mean, if Michael Cole wants to say like he's, in my opinion, the greatest of all time, like, that's fine. That's fine. We all have opinions, but don't bill him as.
Don't make my buddy Byron Saxton, who was the ring announcer for the show, which, by the way, he's a good ring announcer. And here's the thing, but I've said that since he started in WWE because he's my buddy. We used to do road trips with Byron Saxton. You know what he did when he was riding around with us to the Florida indie shows? He was the ring announcer, and he was really good. Like, he's a good ring announcer. He's really good in between matches, like hyping up the crowd, like going around the crowd, like talking to everybody, being like a big personality in the ring. He's really good at that because he did morning news. Like, he was a news guy before that. He did like he was like the traffic, like weather guy, like in the mornings or whatever, like goofing around on like the morning shows and stuff. Like, he's got personality, and he did ring announcing in the indies. Like, I did shows with him where he did that. And that's what he should have been doing from the start. That's what he was doing in FCW, I think, was he was ring announcing, and they awkwardly put him on commentary, which was like not a good decision. Like, dude should have been done ring announcing from the start because he's got a good voice for it and he's good at it. I know he's good at it. And I was happy to see that. He was
commentary. They put on commentary to bully him.
Yeah, but like but again, why? Like, you're just breaking people's spirits as soon as they get to the company, Like, just let him do something he's really good at, which he showed on the show he's good at.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as far as the match goes, I thought this match was fine. I thought it was a good, kind of his singles debut. I thought once we got to the finish, I thought the finish really, I really liked the finish of him just doing the spike over and over. But I think everything leading up to that, I think it was your basic John Cena on pay-per-view match. Nothing really special, but once we got to the end, I thought that was a really good end, and for Solo to just be standing tall and it made it look like it was a dominating victory, even though the match did go like 16 minutes. To make him look strong and look like, I just beat the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time.
Right.
Sorry. No, I thought, and he did it without any outside interference.
One of the few matches on the show that didn't have outside interference, because boy, there was a lot of outside interference on the show tonight, though. Like overall, there was a lot.
Yeah, well, especially in these the last three matches, which
a lot. Yeah, but no, I mean it was. I know it was a John Cena match. I know, I'm aware it was a John Cena match. He did a lot of the same John Cena stuff he always does, and Super Cena at the end, and I like the sort of story they were telling Jacob, with him trying to hit the spike over and over again, and Cena either kind of ducking out of it or blocking it or whatever, things like that. Him kind of knowing it was coming. And given the fact that Solo looked like he only had about 5 moves at his disposal as well, it was like either a super kick or a Samoan drop or the running ass in the corner or the spike. Yeah. That's all he had. That's all he hit over and over again. He was doing some of the moves that his dad was doing. Like I noticed he did the thing Umaga used to do where the guy would be tied up in the tree of woe and he did kind of the running headbutt thing or whatever, while he's up the like that's something Umaga used to do. So he's definitely like pulling from his moves, which is fine because again, that's his dad. Like that's fine. Like if he's basically doing Umaga, at this point, just without being like a wild man, caveman character, you know what I mean? So without doing that, but yeah, he's doing all the same moveset, which is cool. But wasn't there a thing? Was John Cena on Raw the next night or the other night?
No, I don't believe so.
Did he do a backstage promo the same night at Crown Jewel?
Possibly. I don't remember, if I'm being honest.
Because I thought there was something where like, I don't know, he said it was going to be like devastating, and then he cut a promo after the match or something like that, where he shouldn't be talking, like with his throat injury or something. I don't know, I can't remember, but I don't know. Yeah, the finish was all right. Yeah, I didn't mind him just spiking up a prone John Cena like 19 times in a row. Like that was all right. Just to get Solo over. But it's kind of weird that you're billing the guy as the greatest of all time, and he's getting beat by Solo Sikoa. And I don't know. It's weird. But the match was okay. It was fine.
It's funny, too, that it took a year for him to have his first singles match.
Yeah. Well, but he's probably going to go to movies now because the strike's over, we should mention. Yeah. So he's going back to the movies now, I bet you.
I feel like maybe he got intel that like it was probably going to be over. That's why it felt like a bit of a kind of, hey, see you later till the next time thing. Yeah. But yeah, I thought this was good at what it set out to achieve, where it's like make Solo look like a monster. Made me go, I wouldn't mind seeing Solo do bigger stuff. But yeah. I think like I didn't expect to be that dominant, but I did like the finish. The finish at the end. I do hope they kind of followed up on it more. I think it's too early, but like if they wanted to have like a Solo Roman feud in the future, not necessarily for the title. Like I wanted to say after Roman's lost the title, that'd be kind of cool because I think he's got something. But I think that was a really cool moment. But but the minutes in between the spike, I guess, was like a bit, it could be a bit slow plotting because it's Cena match, and it's got to remember he's in his mid-40s now, so not like not moving as fast as he used to. So But yeah, but it was what it was. But yeah, I love the finish, and it did its job. It putting him over as a huge monster. So
Crowd was way into Cena though, especially when his music hit. Holy cow, this crowd
Yeah.
loves Cena though. I'll say that. Like
Yeah.
I'll fully acknowledge, like there are these crowds that still that dude is absolutely a star. Like I will never say he's not a star, and doesn't deserve to be one of the greatest of all time for how much, a box office draw and a star he absolutely is. Like I will never take that away from him. But let's go easy on the greatest of all time thing. All right, let's go easy on that.
Yeah.
All right, I don't remember him having as many 5-star classes as Shawn Michaels. All right, so let's relax a little bit on Ric Flair. So let's chill out a little bit. All right, yeah.
Speaking of the greatest of all time, up next we had Logan Paul.
Hey, he's the greatest right now. Damn right.
defeating Rey Mysterio to win his first title in the WWE. He is our new United States champion in what I thought was a really good match. But I'm not surprised anymore. Anytime I think anytime Logan Paul's in a match, like I think it's going to be one of the better matches.
I don't think he's had a bad match yet.
Mm.
And I think his matches have only gotten better. Like, I mean, he was good from the start. I'm still just impressed that he's 8 matches in and he has the instincts that he has, like as far as, the way he works the crowd in between the moves, his transitions in between the stuff, just how crisp everything he does looks. Even the simplest of things, him doing like the warrior spot looked really good, like the extensions he does. He's a natural, man. Yeah. And I don't know, man, for somebody that's only had 8 matches, God damn it, if he isn't as good as like Kurt Angle was, at the beginning of his career, or Brock Lesnar, how good they were like right from the start. He is, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
like he's not been bad yet, and he's a perfect little. Again, I don't think he should be champion of the world just yet or anything like that, but the United States title is a perfect title for him to have. Like it's kind of mid to upper mid card champion who can have like good matches with, not being a main event guy yet, but like skirt that main event and be a draw and be a really solid like mid card heel, a really good one. And he's only going to get better, better and better.
And shout out to him for, I don't know if you guys saw the spot during the match when Ray was jumped on the ropes and was short, and he had the instinct to just go in there and grab him and save him. Otherwise, he was going to land right on his neck. Like,
so there was debate as to like who botched it. Like, was Logan out of position, or did Ray not get the outward extension that he got? I think it was a combination of the two. Because I mean, Logan wasn't that far away. He was like mid-Ray, so he was ready for like the moonsault. I think Ray didn't fully extend out as much as he did up. But Logan immediately seeing that, running in, grabbing him, and then just hitting like it was a very simple power slam. But hey, do a move and pin the guy. There wasn't like a spot where he like set him down and went, oh, what am I supposed to do now? Like you just go right into another thing. And like most of the time, if you do it properly, the crowd won't even notice. Like they might think like something went wrong, but like if you're a heel, you can cover that up real easy by just hitting another move. Reset. And I think right after that, he pinned him. He put on a hold. Hey, let's reset a little bit. All right, let's go into the next spot. That's exactly what you should do. And that's why he's a natural, like shit like that, which is why he's that good.
Yeah, I think that shows like, like he's a veteran. He's got the instincts of a veteran. Like the fact that I wouldn't have called like Logan Paul, the guy who's had 8 matches, he was able to save Rey Mysterio. That was just a great instinctual thing. And I thought this match was great. I think Logan Paul is a great choice for United States champion. I think it'll be a great run. Be interesting to see how often he can defend it. I'm assuming he won't be able to run range, so I think he'll defend as much as he can. That's great. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Already he's just look at him.
That's what I was gonna say. If you had that 4 thing they posted, that I sent you, oh my god, that's exactly. Because we talked about that. I said he's going to parade around on social. That's exactly what a heel champ should be doing with the belt. A guy that's obsessed with being on social media and getting likes and clicks. Like, of course, it would become his entire life now as being this champion. Like that's exactly. And every podcast he should have it. He should be wearing it during the podcast. That he does. Everywhere he goes, He should just be wearing that thing on his shoulder, around his waist. Talk to it. I don't care. Anything. Talk to it like you Al Snow talk to head. I don't care. Like just caress it. Like it's a girlfriend. Do everything that an obnoxious guy would do with a title like that. You know what I mean? Like parade around like you're the greatest of all time already. Like just do that. I'm totally cool with that. Because he's a heel. You can do whatever you want with that. You can be stupid. You can be a fool. And be mocked. That's what a heel should do.
Yeah. So yeah, he wins with brass knucks, but then when Ray comes to, I don't know. He goes,
before we get there, Richie, I'm sorry. How stupid is Santos Escobar? Oh, I'm going to take them away from you, and then I'm going to chase this guy out of the ring, but I'm going to put the brass knucks on the ring. Are
we sure that wasn't a setup for a turn though?
Yeah, I thought maybe that was a setup for a turn.
I thought that was a setup for him to turn on Ray.
Yeah,
that he planted the knuckles to give him back to Logan.
If it is Ray, as of right now, it looks like just like.
Because if he wanted to get away from him, he would have taken it with him. Why would you? Yeah, why would you set him on the ring? Why, or just drop him on the ground? He very strategically placed it on the end of that ring. I think.
Yeah, so I think they're setting up like a heel turn.
As of right now, it just looks stupid. Like a dumb.
Yeah, but he wins with the brass knucks, but then Logan goes to shake Ray's hand and goes, I don't know. You're still a legend, man. He's like, why would you win? Why would you win by cheating? I don't know what you're talking about. No, it was fair and square. Thank you, guys, man. I love you. That was so great.
I know what I was talking about. In fair and square, I still love you. You're a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree, JPO. I agree, Pierce Co., whoever that is. No, we don't know yet because SmackDown hasn't aired yet, right? So we don't know if there's going to be a thing where Ray confronts Santos with some videotape being like, hey, brother, why didn't you remove these from the ring? It kind of looks like you placed them there. Maybe he can deny it at first, being like, oh, I just, I set it there for you or whatever, he could make some excuses, but maybe it's like a setup for an actual storyline. I thought it was pretty obvious that he strategically put it around the edge of the ring. I thought that was pretty obvious.
Yeah, and I'm actually glad that the announcers didn't, I think it was, it left you guessing enough. I'm glad the announcers didn't actually pay attention to didn't even bring it up. But yeah, it's I think the fact they didn't bring it up is because they're probably going to tell a story, going into. I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's probably if it's Ray versus Santos Escobar at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
For control of the LWO, let's bring it back.
Ray's retirement match.
For control of a group that Ray never wanted to be in the first place initially.
It's crazy how long Ray has been in the business, and he's still only 47.
Well, when you started at 15, that tends to happen.
Yeah, because we watch when we were watching Halloween Havoc, the '96. They said and the young 21-year-old. I was like,
21-year-old,
kidding me?
No, he was wrestling when he was 15 in Tijuana, underage and all that. Yeah,
and he's still moving pretty good. So,
I was gonna say, who should Logan Paul have his next little feud or match?
I think it'd be hard because you'd book yourself in a corner as to who you'd want to win, but him versus LA Knight would be a fun feud.
I think the rumor is that LA Knight and Solo are going to have a match at Survivor Series, so it might be somebody else. But I was trying to look at people on the SmackDown roster who would be I don't know, some SmackDown babyface that would be good against Logan. I don't know. Sure, you can find somebody.
Yeah, and when because is he going to defend it at Survivor Series, or is he going to hold it until?
I don't know. I could see them waiting till the Rumble to have his next match. He could, because he can be that guy. He'll defend it. I've said he'll defend it more than Roman Reigns defends his belt. Because even if he defends it every other show, that's still more than Roman does.
That's very true.
I could see him. I don't know how long the feud would be. I could see him defending it against Carlito.
Yeah, that'd be a good match.
Yeah,
I'm done with that. Carlito's one of those veteran guys who could help him out too.
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see who would be
SmackDown, man. I was trying to do that SmackDown hotel thing, filter some people, but I don't know.
I mean, it'd be a good match. I mean, I don't know how you build it. I mean, but Cameron Grimes could be a good.
Yeah, I think
could be a good match.
I like Cameron Grimes. I wish they'd use him more. He's great.
Yeah, Carlito would be a good shot.
Shoot, give Butch a shot.
Yeah, why not? I am Butch.
Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne, yeah. Sheamus, why not?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a shoulder injury right now, but yeah, Sheamus could be good. Shoot, if they weren't trying this heel thing with Bobby Lashley, I think Montez Ford.
If they skirt the line with Santos not fully going heel yet, they could have Santos and Logan have a match against each other. Santos, being like, "Hey, I made a mistake. I'll make it up by beating up on Logan." You know what I mean, or something. I don't know, and then stretch it out and keep the mystery going or something.
AJ Styles.
Yeah, he's always a good shout.
It'd be a good match. I'd be down for some AJ versus.
I mean, if you want Logan to hold it all the way to WrestleMania, that could be a WrestleMania match.
That's a WrestleMania match right there. I'd watch that. Yeah, I'd watch the shit out of AJ Styles and Logan Paul. That'd be like my most anticipated match on the show. This side of Gunther and Ilya Dragunov, if they do it, which I don't know, but this side of that,
yeah. Or shoot, call up Carmelo Hayes or somebody and let them have a shot.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. All right.
Yeah. No, I'm whoever they put against him. I mean, just like his last 8 matches, I'm sure it's going to be great.
It's really good. Yeah.
No. Up next, we saw Io Sky retain her title by defeating Bianca Belair, but not alone. We also saw the return of one Kairi Sane. And yeah, let's do the return of Kairi Sane in front of the Saudi Arabia crowd. Whoa.
Yeah, return of a woman in front of the Saudi Arabia crowd who I think popped for 5 seconds initially and just okay.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, the crowd did not want. They were not. I don't know if they'll just. I don't know. That maybe. I'll be generous to say they were coming down from the Logan Paul Rey Mysterio match. The crowd did not give a shit. I felt bad for these women. They were trying hard, but the crowd did not give a shit at all. And then you got to debut. I mean, re-debut. You got to return coming out. You got to you're gonna return Kairi Sane. It's gonna be a big deal. Big deal. Kairi Sane's great, and then this is you get there was this initial awkward thing, and then when she gets into the ring, the crowd's like, oh, that's who. Oh, I know who that is, and then it's back to being dead, and then. I mean, at least went to the insane elbow, which is a great elbow. She's still got one of the best elbows in wrestling at the moment. I love that.
This happens in front of an American crowd. It's much more well received. It's a better moment. I think my enjoyment of the match might go up because.
Yeah, I think the American. It just. I wouldn't even just say American crowd. Just
not even American.
Just a non-Saudi.
Non-Saudi, yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I felt bad for people involved, and I guess because it looked like Bayley didn't know Kairi was going to get involved, so was it going to take a thing? Yeah, I don't really want the end result being Bayley turning babyface over it. I don't know, she shouldn't be babyface, but anyway, I guess, but I'm guessing we'll still probably get the EO Bayley feud at some point. But yeah, it's cool to see Kairi back. I think she's great. I think they're trying to get back into getting more Japanese people in. They were trying, that there was a chick Saray that was on NXT for a while. There was a idea that they were going to bring her back. She only left last year, but so I don't know. But yeah, I hopefully they do well with her. It's interesting that they're putting in a heel role so far, and not the pirate princess or whatever she was. I always felt bad that the WrestleMania didn't happen the way it was going to because of the pandemic. But like, because it was like a pirate ship theme, I wanted to see her do an insane elbow drop off the fucking pirate ship.
Off the pirate ship.
But yeah, no, this was like in terms of work rate, it was fine. Like maybe a little bit clunky in spots, but it was fine. But it could have been a good match in front of a better crowd.
Yeah, that's my thoughts too. It was a good match, hindered by a mediocre crowd reaction. So, yeah, but yeah, good action throughout. Pez.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
I saw the post match. I saw Kairi Sane sitting there, so I rewound about like 2 minutes and watched that, and then I went to the next match because I heard it was boring, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, and I feel like it was boring because of the crowd. So, but yeah, no, that brings us into the next match. Funny enough, according to Wikipedia, one of the this was the shortest match of the night, tied with the 5-way women's. Cody Rhodes defeating Damian Priest, and yeah, and another match, the second in a row with outside interference. Did they get booking advice from Tony Khan?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah, this was the one match on the card that I thought could go either way. Both those guys they each could use a victory, but at the same time, like a loss doesn't really hurt them because I think they've been building both fairly well. I thought the action throughout was good, but yeah, the outside interference it was inevitable. It was going to come, but again, a good match. This felt like it was a glorified house show. Like we're gonna have all these big matches, but yeah.
But we're not really going to change any titles or do anything that drastic.
Other than the Logan Paul thing.
Other than Logan Paul, but that's like, it's the U.S. title. It's whatever.
Which has changed hands at a house show before. So
right. Yeah. So it's like, this match was all right. I felt like it's a lot of the same Cody Rhodes matches I've seen a lot where it's Cody gets beat up for a little while, fires up, hits a crossroads, hits a disaster kick. Other guy hits a few moves. Like it was every WWE match I've seen, with just a bunch of big finishing moves at the end. And, and the same finish I've seen from Cody about 8 times this year, which is I'm going to hit a triple crossroads and pin you, that's it.
Once you see that, you're like, okay, well,
it's over. All right, we're done. And, I just thought personally, especially if we're going to potentially build a Damian cashing in and winning his title, I thought he could have won this match. Like, granted, he didn't have to win clean. You could have had the interference lead to him winning, and still screw over Cody a little bit, and Cody be pissed off going into War Games. But yeah, I mean, my God, does JD McDonough look like another geek in this match? It's like, hey, we're all gonna interfere and just get super kicked and do nothing, and Damian, our boy's still gonna lose. I don't know. I felt like it kind of made everybody look kind of weak.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about somebody who doesn't have any friends in a minute. But anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways. No, I mean it was okay. It was okay, but I mean it's like every WWE main event I've seen in the last year.
Honestly, it felt like to me like it was almost. I think I made the comments before. I was like, I felt like they got told they got the match time cut as they walked through the curtain because they immediately went to that all their big spots. Like it felt like almost straight away, and then the interference when he came in 5 minutes and it felt like only 5 minutes into the match. It just felt like they were going quite
fast,
quite fast, and I don't know. It was it was just it felt like a Raw match, which is interesting. I know these two are capable of a big pay-per-view match. I just don't think they were maybe given the time to do that, and then the interference was kind of hindered that as well. And JD McDonough especially is going to make it look like a geek, which is hopefully eventually he won't be because he is like we said he's really good, but they are making him very much a dork.
I've since everybody was there, I thought we should have just had a 6-man tag instead. Let's do the Judgment Day minus JD, so you have Dom, Finn, and Damian, and they could take on Cody, Jay, and Sammy. To me, that's a better match anyway. Not that Cody and Damian are bad in-ring workers, but it's like let's, if we're gonna put this in the same spot, like let's sandwich the interferences and
make it part of the match, and then Damian could have won the 6-man. I don't know. Yeah, and it wouldn't. He couldn't have. He could pin somebody else besides Cody. It wouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, so I don't know.
I have noticed though, like looking back, like some of these Money in the Bank holders, I've noticed like Daniel Bryan comes to mind. Like he went on a big losing streak before he finally cashed in.
That's how we get people over, Jacob. You make them lose a lot. That gets people over, right?
Yeah, apparently.
Baron Corbin, and then
they cash in.
Then he actually did lose a Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
Damian Sandow.
Isn't that how you get people over? You get them on a losing streak. That's always works with the fans, right?
We should tier rank Money in the Bank cash in as well. Yeah.
That would be a fun idea at some point.
Yeah.
We
gotta hurry up. We're an hour and 10 minutes. We got a draft to get to. Let's hurry up.
All right. LA Knight, Roman Reigns.
LA Knight, boy, does LA Knight not have any friends, or does he not have any friends? Because holy shit, is he fighting off interference left and right? But nobody came out to help LA Knight. Am I right? Have you not made any friends, LA? Yeah. Nobody like you?
Yeah.
Well, his one friend was too busy getting his throat worked on.
Yeah, I guess. But boy, does he not have any friends in the locker room, because he's fighting off Jimmy Uso, he's fighting off Solo, he's fighting off Roman Reigns, and then you get beat and nobody comes to help you. Boy, yeah.
Here's my review of the match. If you've seen one Roman Reigns,
seen them all.
Yep. Just like every other one.
I'm not like saying this as a negative. I mean, it's cool that LA Knight's over. He's really good. I'm glad for the guy. He's really charismatic and everything. But sometimes I feel like maybe the chart's more over than he is sometimes. But I think he is really over. I don't know. Like at what point, if you're a character, what point do you have to take responsibility? And not just LA Knight. At what point do you take responsibility for losing to people like the Bloodline or the Judgment Day when you realize, I didn't bring backup? That's your fault for not.
Well, how many times does it have to happen before a GM goes, "Hey, maybe we should ban the Bloodline from ringside"? And if you interfere, Roman, you're going to lose your title or something, Or how many times we're going to have the exact same finish to a Roman Reigns match, where literally every one of his matches has been the Bloodline interferes or distracts or whatever, allowing Roman to hit a finish and win. Like it's been the exact same one since WrestleMania. Like every match, it's been exactly the same. So why don't you just ban them from ringside and make Roman do it on his own? Ban Paul Heyman, ban everybody, and make him do it, and then it would actually make Roman stronger when he does win. It's just it's the same finish. Yeah, and how many times we're going to see Roman spear somebody through a barricade? Oh my God, I've seen that 19,000 times in every single one of these main events.
I mean, it looks cool, but you spanned it so many times. It's like
you spanned it so that it's not cool anymore. Like it was cool back in 2003 when Goldberg did it to Rosie or whatever, for like the first time. And then, somebody did it, a few years later. Yeah, they did it every now and then. And now they do it once a month. So it doesn't look cool anymore.
I remember, I think it was in 2001 where like Rhino gored Jericho through a screen.
Through the SmackDown screen. That was cool. I mean, use your environment occasionally. But yeah, there's been so many of those that it doesn't, I don't care anymore. But yeah, I mean, it was every Roman Reigns match, which is, it's watchable, whatever. I did like, instead of the boo yays, it's the boo yas. Like I do like that. Like, boo yeah, boo yeah. Like instead of boo yay. That's fun. And the crowd kind of like what they did with Steve Austin when he started stomping people and they do the what, like instead of that, it's yeah. I mean, I like that the crowd like does that. Like it keeps the match fun. So that's fun. But it was the same match. Same Roman Reigns match every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I look like to say overall, I give the pay-per-view about a 5. There you go.
Yeah, it's like a 5.5. It was watchable. It was fine. The crowd was hot for most of it, so it was all right. But
I give it a 6 because Logan Paul won.
That's true. Logan Paul was good. Logan Paul was great.
So
any pay per view where Logan Paul has a great match is good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now we get into our main event.
Uh-huh.
The PWI, the top 250 women list has come out, and much like we did with the men's side, but there we only took the top 100. We didn't go through the whole 500 because that may have been a little more difficult.
Yeah, we would have been.
We do have the 250, and that is going to be our draft pool. And so the way this is going to work is it'll be a snake draft, like always. Richie, me, JPO picking third. So much like the 2000 draft that we did,
For me, when I was
we
away.
will be taking care of JPO's draft for him, and we will be taking really good care of him and giving.
And we decided to stretch the rules since he's not here to make it fair. We're going to allow JPO to even pick women not on the 250 list. Any women ever. So just to make it fair, even legends of the past, if you will, as well. So we're going to take care of him. So we are limited, the three of us, to the 250. We can only pick the 250, but we are stretching it to everything for JPO. And Richie approved this because it's his idea, so it's his rules. And he was cool with this as well. So, we're gonna draft for JPO. And we're gonna go around the horn and do that as well.
Yep. So
we're gonna take care of you, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah, we spun the wheel before we went live. So this is the draft order. Like I said, Richie, myself, JPO, then Austin, and then we will snake back around, and it will be Austin, JPO, myself, Richie. The way JPO is going to work, just like we did with Richie, we will be picking for him. It'll just be Richie, me, Austin, and then we'll just continue in that order until we have reached 20 picks total. So, Richie, you are on the clock. Who is your number one selection?
Well, this is pretty easy. The number one selection is the number one on the PWI top 250, and the women's champion, the number one woman, I think, in wrestling at the moment, Rhea Ripley.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Now I understand that the list is kayfabe. It's like based off the year and wins and losses, and not just strictly the wrestling ability. But that's what I'm gonna base my picks on. And to me, I think one of the best just women's wrestlers working today is. You guys might not be ready for this pick, but I'm going to give it anyway. It's Asuka. Asuka is going to be my first pick.
All right. She's number 11 on the list.
Number 11 on the list overall.
Yeah, because I'm marking these off as I go too. So, all right. Cool. And for JPO's first pick, we'll go around the horn. So, Richie, your first pick, Mr. JPO.
JPO. I'll, He asked this, and I'll give it to him. The RPW champion, the promotion that Jordan runs, Dream Girl Ellie. This is going to be his first pick.
All right.
Dream Girl Ellie, who is on the list somewhere.
Is she?
I'm pretty sure that's why he mentioned her. Dream Girl Ellie. If she's on the list, she's very far down because I'm at 171. Haven't seen her yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen her either. Maybe she isn't. I don't know.
Unless she's got like a different name that she's.
Oh, 129. Dream Girl Ellie.
129.
129.
I missed it. Okay, so 129. Oh, that's respectable.
Not bad.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Okay.
Austin, we are at you.
Cool.
Back-to-back picks.
All right. I'll just take the number 2 on the list, and I did read up on about her. She's one of the top stars in Stardom right now. I'll take Julia.
Julia.
Julia, whatever her name is, I'll take her. Because apparently she's good. I'm trusting the people I did the research on.
It's rumored that WWE interested in her. That's right.
Yeah, so I saw articles about that. So I said, hey, they're interested in her. Cool, I'll take her. All right. And then another one from Stardom that I heard is really good, and people have said she might be the best pure worker and one of the toughest women in Stardom right now. Number 40, Utami Hayashishida. So I'm going to take her as well.
Number 40.
40, yeah. I saw a lot of articles about her as well, saying she's one of the best in the world right now, women's world, that people are talking about as far as if you watch Stardom, but and that they're interested in her as well. So she's got a really long name. Quite the last name. Yeah, I had to phonetically spell Hayashishida. I think that's how you say it. I think. But
sounds like a character from Tekken.
Yeah, yeah. Hoorang.
Hoorang.
Yeah. So I'll take those. I'll take some Japanese ladies because I like Japanese wrestling. They're stiff and they beat the shit out of each other and all that. So yeah, why not?
Yeah. So
all right, Jacob, you got a draft for JPO now.
Yeah, and since we're stretching it a little bit,
yeah.
Let's give him somebody. We've talked about her already tonight, and this is somebody who I think deserves to be on the list. The omission of one Nia Jax is just crazy to me.
Yeah,
like I don't know how she didn't make the list.
I mean, they treat her like a star. She really should be, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, all right, Nia Jax.
All right.
If anything else, anybody you pair up against JPO will get paralyzed. So, all right, so have fun. Squash Dream Girl Ellie right out of the business. All right.
Have a wheelchair on standby.
All right. Well, Jacob, you can pick your number 2 now.
Yeah, and then I'm I hate to sound like I'm going to be like an AEW, WWE only draft, but unfortunately, that's just all that I've watched, with the exception of some Impact, but I'm sticking in WWE, going to NXT actually, and I think she had a great year, and I think she's got a bright future. I'm actually gonna go with Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, I'm surprised she hasn't been brought up already. Like called up. She's clearly best woman.
The next big star, yeah. All right, Richie, double it up.
All right. You know what? I've drafted one Australian. Gonna do another one. Watch out for the shoe. Timeless Tony Storm.
That's a good pick.
And what number is she on the list?
She is number 12.
Number 12. Tony Storm.
12. Yeah, I'm 12. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And we haven't seen her in a while, but she's really good. So I'm gonna go Jamie Hayter.
That was my next pick.
What a hater! Don't be sipping that haterade.
And so, since I can't have Jamie Hayter, who was number 4, by the way, I'll go with another AEW, former AEW women's champion. I'm going to go Britt Baker.
All right, 36.
DMD.
So it's Austin picking for.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back a couple of years. Somebody who had a phenomenal match that we're still talking about today, that set records for women's wrestling, has some devastating striking ability, and a legendary entrance. Jenna Maraska. Jenna Maraska is JPO's next pick. The Survivor alumni herself, Jenna Maraska. -5 stars. Have fun with that, JPO. Legendary.
All right. It's your pick.
All right. Hey, we're still talking about that match, so she did something, right? Yeah. Legendary.
Now,
Getting back.
before we move on, like, are we giving like a limit to how many matches they've had?
I don't give a shit. She had one match, and I'm giving it to JPO.
All right, no, that's
She had a match on a
As long as
pay-per-view.
if you're going to make a cage match, that's enough.
Yeah, she had a match on a pay-per-view on a nationally televised pay-per-view, so that counts. It wasn't just a dark match. So
I just wanted to make sure that my next pick for him was legit.
Excellent. All right, sounds good. All right, I might have one of those later as well. All right, so as far as my picks, I'll take Masha Slamovich.
Masha Slamovich is great.
Yeah, I've seen a few of her clips and highlight reels. I like her mojo, like what she's putting down.
I gotta say, Pez, I'm very surprised by your first three picks in the best way possible.
Yeah, right. And I'm gonna take you, not you, but you. Why you? Number 35. Because I also saw her in a number of articles about some of the better Japanese wrestlers, and she's on the list. So you at number 35. I starred a couple of the good Japanese ones that were in several Reddit threads and articles that I read about some of the best workers overseas right now. So I'm going to take you.
All right, so
me picking for
Austin
JPO.
takes me, and now it's
Yes, back to you, Richie, for JPO.
Well, you know what? You can't have that great Jenna Haraska match
Without the other half?
It takes two to tango. So, why not recreate the match? And if you do a card, please, welcome to JPO's roster, Charmel.
Hey. All right. Hey, she had some matches in WCW as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. For my next pick, I think this is somebody who only improved through the year and brings a lot of star power. I'm gonna go with Jade Cargill.
All right.
Number
Jade Cargill
14
is
on the list.
14. Yeah.
So Richie, we're back to you for back-to-back picks. This will be your fourth and fifth.
All right. Give me Deonna Purrazzo. Up there. She's really good. Up the top. She's there. And then also give me the bundle of energy. And I like how the fact, because instead of an 8, it gave us a sunny sunglasses emoji. Give me Willow Nightingale.
Yeah, it was, because that's just the emoji it makes now. But it was kind of cool how for the men, Orange Cassidy was number 8, and it made that same
and then
emoji.
Willow Nightingale, it benefits both of them.
Yeah. So, oh no, he just found the bodies are dropping.
What do you want?
Sweeney Todd.
Oh, with that thud when they hit the concrete. Yeah. Thud. Yeah.
So, all right. Okay, so I mentioned that I know a little Impact, and I think Jordan Grace is fantastic.
Fuck, I was just gonna take her. God damn it!
She's my whole pass.
Jordan Grace will be my next pick.
I was looking at
the best reaction.
I was looking at the strongest women wrestlers, and she was like number 1, and I was gonna take her.
She's amazing. You would love her.
Yeah. Damn it! I was gonna take her. Shit.
Jonathan Gresham's wife. I don't know how he got her, but he did.
All right, Jacob.
For
JPO.
For JPO, yes, and since we're opening this up for JPO, we're gonna go back to 2011, and we're going to WrestleMania, and just one of the best matches on the WrestleMania 27 card was the match that went on just before the main event, where John Morrison and Trish Stratus needed a tag team partner, and who did they call on to fill that role? They called on just a heck of an athlete, Snooki.
I see.
I mean,
She had a hell of a back handspring, if I remember right.
She did. Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
It looked really good.
She used that hair to her advantage, you know? Yeah. Snooki. All right.
So
Cool.
quite the top 5 for JPO here.
All right. So maybe I'll go back to more United States-based stuff here, pick up a few people. So let's see. I'll go. I'll take Chris Statlander. Fuck.
Good pick. You know it's a good pick when somebody goes, shoot.
Shit.
Dang it.
And you know what? Say what you will about her ego or how much she wins or whatever. Actually, no, scrap that. I'm taking somebody else. Fuck it. I'll
typing her first name too.
No, fuck it. No, scratch that. Never mind. I'm taking the man, Becky Lynch. Scratch that. Never mind. I saw Becky further on the list. I was like, no, I'll take Becky. Scratch that. I wasn't done yet. I didn't make it official.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. I didn't say the name. All right. So now for JPO. All right. I got to scroll down to my end of my list because I put all his picks down at the bottom. All right. We're going to go to another lady that made history, but she really wanted to change the business. So much so she wanted to change the rules of wrestling. The only woman to ever try to pin somebody face down, and pin somebody on their tummy and force the referee to make that pin. I'm talking about the Funkadactyl herself, Cameron. Cameron is JPO, and maybe she'll maybe force that rule change because I agree with her. People should be able to pin somebody face down. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, rules should change every now and then, So Cameron, you made history and you made JPO's draft.
She was ranked number 17 of the top 50 female wrestlers in the PWI Female 50 in 2014. So
there you go. See, so she's out.
That's a glaring indictment of 2014.
Well, we hadn't hit the women's revolution yet, so but it was what it was. Stephanie McMahon hadn't invented women's wrestling yet, so right? Am I right? Yeah. All right, so back to Jacob.
Yeah, and if you, I'm glad you didn't take her because I wanted her. I'm glad you pivoted. Otherwise, I would have taken Becky Lynch.
Okay,
but I will take Charlotte Flair.
All right. She's nothing if not reliable for a good match,
Yeah, exactly.
She knows what she's doing. So
yeah.
And you never know, like we said, anytime you put her in a match, they could decide to just randomly put the title on her again. There's always that possibility anytime she's just in a match.
Yeah.
It's very hard for me to predict
right.
when she's in the match.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Athena.
All right.
As you waited this long.
And we were just talking about her. I know she's on this list as Kairi. I'm going to go Kairi Sane.
All right.
For Io Sky, unbelievable. Io Sky is my pick.
She's 16 if you're looking for her.
Kairi. Yeah, she's just Kairi on there.
Kairi 16, Io Sky at 24.
Mm-hmm.
No, I believe we are back to Richie.
Athena and Kairi.
I just picked, so it'd be up to you.
For JPO.
Wait, who'd you pick? Who'd you pick, Jacob?
Oh, Io.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
you picked
Io
it.
Sky.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
Cool.
yeah. I thought you were just saying that. I didn't know you picked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I
Oh,
thought that too.
no.
All right. Cool.
Okay. All right.
All
Fine.
right.
All right.
Well, we're going to, like, look, you can make your argument whether this person counts, but like, she won a women's battle royal once, so I'm going to count her. I'm going to go Santina Morella.
Yeah, she counts.
Yeah.
Wasn't she women's champion also, or Divas champion?
I think she might have been.
Santina was Divas champion, right? So that counts.
Yeah.
I can't remember, actually.
Let me hit that Wikipedia real quick. Hang on a second. Let's hit those championships. Let's see. Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, the battle royal.
Yeah.
Version.
Yeah.
Miss WrestleMania. Yeah, of all the women on the. Never mind.
All right. All right. Cool. Santina. All right. Back to me. Let's go back to the ladies from overseas. The people I saw enlisted in a couple of things, so I'll take them. AZM, number 47. Heard she's tough, so I'll take her. I like tough ladies. And number 76, another tough lady, the Starlight Kid at number 76.
I've heard of that. Sounds like a.
AZM versus the Starlight Kid. It sounds like something you see on the local show down the road. It sounds like
but the Starlight Kid sounds like someone that, like WWE would like visit for Connor's cure or something.
Yeah. All right. Jacob for JPO, his number 8.
Yeah. You know what? I think she just deserves a do-over after the way Richie treated her.
Oh.
So I think I would really love to see what JPO does with Judy Bagwell.
There you go. See, maybe treat the World Tag Team Champion with more respect. Breaking boundaries, breaking glass ceilings.
Yeah.
Valiantly defending that title. Valiantly defending her son against that dastardly Chris Canyon. Tough lady, that Judy Bagwell. Cutting promos. Hey, all right.
And then as far as my pick, I'm going to go with Bianca Belair.
All right.
Number 3 on the list.
Yeah.
So the top 4 have been taken.
Yeah, almost the top 10. We're not quite there yet.
So, back to me, or who are you?
All right, for back-to-back picks.
Let's go with you know what? I surprised she's up so high, but she's really good, and I think she will be good on the main roster when they call her up. I suspect I'll call her up next year sometime. I'm going to Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton. She's 25, I believe.
Yes.
All right.
And my pick will be Hikaru Shida.
28. All right. Jacob, back to you.
Yeah. I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. Number 41. I'll go Bailey.
I was looking at it.
All right. Okay, so finally my turn to draft it in for JPO.
It is.
All right, let's see what we got on the list here. All right, let's Let's go with a star, another WCW star. She had two big weapons and she wasn't afraid to use them. Let's go Major Guns. All right, and as far as mine, she looks big and strong and big and tough, and she's number 9 on the list. Let's go Camille, the NWA Women's Champion.
Camille's good, actually. She's been NWA Women's Champion for forever.
All right. I'm the one drafting from the most different promotions right now. So there you go. I've got the most diverse list.
I've got 3.
Yeah. And let's see. I'll take somebody who I know her name and she's still wrestling and she was good then and she's good now. I'll take Mickie James at number 27.
So this Richie's pick for JPO.
All right.
Okay. I'll give you a multiple time knockout women's champion. It'd be nice. I'll give you Velvet Sky.
Velvet Sky. All right. She have that great match with Rebel.
Oh, that was yeah.
A really, really good match with that amazing finish.
Yeah.
All right. All right, back to Jacob, number 10.
Yeah, I'll take another young up-and-comer who I think has a bright future. She's all the way down at 65. I'll take Cora Jade.
Okay.
Where is she? Is she injured or she's around? I haven't seen her injured.
I don't know if she's injured or they just don't have anything for her right now. Because NXT's they've got a lot of women.
Yeah.
So
they got a robust women's roster. I noticed that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go for 2 sort of hardcore women. I like the hardcore wrestling one. So I'm gonna go for one that's been on Impact as of late. I'm gonna go Jody Threat, Canadian jet.
Who?
Oh, Jody Threat 49, from what I can see here. All right.
And a lady I met at the GCW show in August, Maki Ito. Really fun. Came out to for whom the bell tolls.
Oh, she's 60. Okay.
Yeah.
Maki Ito. Okay. All right, Jacob, number 11.
Yeah, and I'm looking on the list to see if she made it or if she didn't look over the list, all the way down well enough. She is. She's your current NXT Women's Champion. She is number 190.
I'm guessing next year, hopefully, she'll be up for higher.
Hopefully, but I think she's really good. Lyra Valkyria, or however. Hopefully, I didn't butcher her last name.
Yeah, I mean, you would have been harder to because they changed the name from I think it was Effie Valkyrie or something. Yeah, so it was her original name was harder to pronounce than the one now.
All right, Jacob, and you keep it going with JPO's 11.
Yeah. You know what? She was once thought to be, they brought her back. I just don't think she was ever given a proper chance. I think Eva Marie Could have done great things.
Mhm.
Just given the chance. So, but maybe JPO can treat her right.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go a little further down the list. Let's get into the 70s. So I'll first go with 72. I'll take Ruby Soho.
Destination. I won't sing the
Great
rest of that
theme
song.
Yeah. And I just looked her up, and she has a cool name, and she looked like she'll beat the shit out of some people. I'll take number 74, Max the Impaler.
Oh yeah, she's gender. Yeah, like she's cool. She's been on Impact before.
I was gonna take her just for her name.
Yeah, I looked her up real quick, and she looks cool as shit. She looks like beating the hell out of somebody.
Gender fluid, neutral. But yeah, she comes out to the ring managed by James Mitchell.
Oh, nice. I like the Sinister Minister. Hell yeah.
Mm.
No, that already makes her cool there. I like they're still using James Mitchell because he's a good manager.
Mm.
Sweet. All right. All right, JPO, for your number 12, I'm going to give you a longtime women's champion, somebody who held the belt for, I think, over a year or so. Valiantly defended it multiple times. Stephanie McMahon.
Well, I was actually kind of giving that too.
Many, many classics. All right. All right, Jacob.
I'm gonna go to the 50s. I'm gonna go specifically to 59 and take Raquel Rodriguez,
All right.
who I hope wins the Women's Rumble this next year.
She could.
All right. I'm actually sad that this woman's like so far down the list, but I guess because she hasn't been as active, but she's probably one of the best women on the AEW roster. 126, Rio.
Yeah.
Where is she again?
126.
126. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that's low.
Probably because she hasn't been on TV in a while, right? Or only every now and then.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know, I to go with the Australian theme as well. Another person I met at the GCW event. I'm going to go a good friend of Matt Cardona. I'm going to go with Steph DeLander.
What number is she?
I saw it before. 669. Nice.
Nice.
Hey.
All right. Yeah, you know what? I've been looking her up throughout because she's top 5 for a reason, right? And she looks really good. I'm gonna take her. I'm gonna take Tam Nakano.
She related to Bull Nakano?
Yeah, possibly. Who's picking for JP now?
It is you, Richie.
All right, I'm gonna go. You know what? We're gonna go back in the way back machine here, and I'm gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go Bertha Faye. Yeah,
Bertha Faye. All right. Hey, now, Bertha Faye. All right. I like it. Okay, I just had somebody. Where the hell did she go? Oh, okay. There she is. Okay, I'm just going to take, I looked her up real quick. The Rev Pro Women's Champion. Let's take a Brit. I'll take Alex Winter, number 34. All right. And then I'll take Indy Hartwell at 46. All right, back to Jacob for JPO's picks and then his own.
Yeah. It's tough because there's just so many good people to pick for JPO.
Yeah.
But I think somebody that's unfairly been forgotten and who probably should have won NXT season 3 is Oksana. So Oksana is going to be
How you spell that?
Aksana.
Oksana. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
And then as far as my pick goes, I'm going to go...
Oksana, by the way, is currently a Lithuanian bodybuilder. Good for her.
Yeah.
All right.
And then as far as my pick goes, I'm going to go number 38 and go Liv Morgan. JPO, or not JPO, sorry. We're at Richie for 14 and 15.
All right, I'm going to go back to a women hardcore again. I'm going to go Alley Catch.
Where's she at?
I saw him before. Give me a sec. Swear I wasn't anything. She is.
64. There she is. All right.
All right. And if it was, I don't know if I wasn't listening, but I guess if she's still available, I don't know if she is. I'll go Trinity, aka Naomi.
She is still available. Well, not anymore.
Uh,
I mean, you got the lesser of the Funkadactyls because Cameron went way higher.
Way higher. Come on. Trendsetter right there. Like Cameron.
There was somebody I wanted to. Yeah, let me. Yeah, I'm gonna. She looks tough. She looks like she could do some damage. I'm gonna go number 79, and I'm gonna take Lady Frost.
Fuck! I literally was just looking her up.
she's great.
I swear to God, just because of the name, I just had the Wikipedia page out. I swear to you.
I believe I think she just recently signed to AEW, like quietly. So
I was literally just looking up Lady Frost. I was like, shit.
It looks like she wrestled a match on Collision.
She wrestled one match, yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
Mostly indie.
And she had a run in Impact for a bit, and she's done on NWA, and yeah.
All right, back to JPO. I got her. You know, I mean, Vince Russo really did something groundbreaking when he had the Nitro Girls feud back and forth. I mean, groundbreaking television. I was enthralled. She was so good. She had a devastating snapmare. Nitro Girl Spice.
Right. Yay!
Yeah. She was
Some
so
type of
good,
music,
she
Nitro Girl Spice.
injured her own ankle performing a snapmare. It was so devastating. She put herself out of the business. Richie, feel free to draft the other side of that match.
Oh, Jesus.
But now for your back-to-back picks.
Okay. Well, you took my Lady Frost. Damn it. Just because at that point I was just looking up, names.
Cool name.
Well, somebody I do know who I do know the name, and I saw him wrestle a lot in Ring of Honor, so, I feel like I'll take a 61 Mercedes Martinez. I know her. And let's see, who else do I know on this list? So I'll take up too much time. I know who Sky Blue is, 89.
No.
You're about to do, yeah, you got your own back.
I saw her wrestle live in North Carolina. I know who Sky Blue is. Crowd seemed to like her. She was all right. So there you go. All right, Richie, JPO, what you got?
Well, I think you need, we've got certain, body type. I think you need like a woman, sort of woman muscle. We talked about woman muscle. I think you need Nicole Bass. That's what you need.
Yeah. All right. Most famous for just stalking Val Venus to have sex with him for weeks on end. All right, Jacob.
Yeah, I will take Soraya.
Okay, Richie.
All right. I will take Zoe Stark.
All right.
And also take I think she could be up there, in my opinion, as like most improved. I think she had a really good match at was it Wrestle Dream? I'm going Julia Hart.
All right. And again, cool names just kind of stick out to me. So after a quick Google search, I'm going to take number 153. I'm going to take Taryn from accounting.
Yeah, I did look at that. That sounds like a drag queen.
Yeah, could be. Who was your other pick, Richie, besides Zoe Stark again?
That was
Julia Hart.
Julia Hart.
Okay, Julia Hart. All right. Okay, and back to Jacob for JPO.
Yeah, Snooki wasn't the only one that went to WrestleMania and put on a good performance. So, if JPO really wants to lean into that and maybe, put these two in some sort of match with each other just to see who the better celebrity
Mm.
wrestler could be. He can, because Maria Menounos is going to be
I was thinking of her.
his next pick.
She got a really annoying laugh because I have to see it on the Nuvi thing every time I go watch a movie. Just like eating your candy or finishing your candy before the movie starts. Like fuck. Jesus Christ,
Which
Maria.
that laugh, because she's
I used to see her on Channel 1 News, which was a
Yes.
news show they showed before school. For like 15 minutes. Before she graduated to all the night shows. All right, let's see. Let's go with. I think they used her better on the the indie circuit, but I always kind of liked her. I'll take Piper Niven, 142.
Yeah.
Did you see when she Chelsea Green dressed up and her dressed up as like the Heart Foundation to mock Natalia, and Piper Niven was it was Jim Neidhart. It was great.
Oh, okay.
Actually great.
All right. Well, funny you should mention Chelsea Green. I'll take Chelsea Green, number 1.
No, it's actually Chelsea Green. That's how. That's how.
From being eliminated in the Rumble in 5 seconds to over 100 days as a tag team champion, like what a story! What a year she's had.
Yeah. I drafted her last time, and again, I hope she will get used better than Richie used her. You got to use Hall of Famer Mae Young somewhere. It's just, she's talented. She's in the Hall of Fame.
And you got so many eras that you could pick from.
Right.
If he doesn't pick 2000 Mae Young, he's wrong, but.
Yeah, you kind of have to. That was when she was a star. Tag team with Mark Henry. I love her. Sexual chocolate. But all right, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm going to take. Since we're nearing the end of the draft, we got what 3? I've got 3 picks left. I'm just going to take people that I like now, not necessarily worry about positioning. I guess I haven't really been thinking about that anyway. But I like Candice LeRae.
Yeah. She was down in the 100 somewhere, right?
She is number 165.
Yeah. Candice LeRae.
That didn't work well with it.
Okay. All right, Richie.
Cool. Give me the. I believe she recently got married to one of the Rascals, both the former Zachary Wentz. I'm giving Gigi Dolan, the former Priscilla Kelly. And let's see. She's still decently high on this list considering she's been around for quite a while. She was recently Impact Tag Team Champions. Give me Taylor Wilde.
All right. All right, Jacob. 19.
Yeah. And I take back what I just said because after a quick Google search, I like the look. I like the name. We're going all the way down to 250. I'm taking Yappy.
Yappy.
I want Yappy.
All right, Richie. JPO's number 19. Pressure's on, sir.
Pressure is on. I mean, look, I feel like you brought it up before. She's been in some incredible moments in wrestling. She's multi-talented. She can be a manager. She can wrestle. She's a stylist. Give me Rebel.
Rebel. Hell yeah.
Rebel.
Yeah. She had that amazing match with Velvet Sky. Look it up.
Yeah.
I know. I'm disappointed I didn't think of it.
Yeah, right. I'll take somebody who has had matches with guys who actually have her on many IWA Mid-South DVDs doing death matches, and she's still on this list and still working. I'll take Lufisto, 171. Huh? I've seen her have matches with Necro Butcher.
Wow.
Yeah, death matches with Necro Butcher. Yeah, so she's tough. She can fight. I'm with it. And then let's just find somebody whose name I like for my final one. Let's see. Look down here. Oh, okay. Here, perfect. 244, the Notorious Mimi. Let's go with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who she is, but she's Notorious Mimi. I don't know who that is, but I'll give her a shot.
Now, JPO's last pick, Austin. I will hand this one over to you.
What? Oh, jeez. Oh,
I realized there were 2 requests he had, and I screwed up one of them. Anyway.
Oh, that's fine. I'll table that one. It's fine. I got the better half of that match, anyways. So, man, pressure's on. There's some good ones. Man, there's been 2 people with the same first name, but in my opinion, I'm going to go with the better one. Let's go Tori with an I. Just Tori. Tori.
That's not where I thought you were going. I thought you were going Kelly.
No, she was not as horrible as her. Like, she was horrible, but not as horrible as some other people on this list. She was actually a champion. Let's go Tori with an I. Tori. Tori. She was amazing. Also a valet / wrestler / now fitness model or something on Instagram. So yeah, Tori. The less famous Tori.
I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong with either one of them. But
yeah, and I could go Tigress, but Spice was worse.
And for my final pick, another. I just love the name, and now I'm intrigued to watch some of her matches. We're gonna go 232, Freya the Slayer.
All right.
Which
I thought you were going to go with that one chick who was like B3CCA or some shit like that. I saw on the list.
Becca,
yeah, but I'm going to say it phonetically. B3CCA. It's like M3gan. It's not Megan. It's
M3gan. Yeah, M3gan.
Yeah, it's M3gan. It's expend 4 pulls. It's fan 4 stick.
Fan 4 stick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Richie, close us out.
Apparently, Notorious Mimi is also known as Sloane Jacobs. She has 2 names, but
oh yeah, I know her, Sloane Jacobs. Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with someone who recently got. For my last pick, I'll go with someone who got recently called up with the Creed brothers. Creed brothers are awesome, and so is she. And she's got a lot of potential. I'm going to go Ivy Nile.
Who?
Ivy Nile.
Ivy Nile. Okay. All right.
207.
207.
All right, that concludes the draft. So,
JP, I just wanted to mention a few honorable mentions I considered. Obviously, if we'd had a few more picks, Jackie Gata, great talent. Jillian Hall, always excellent. Tori Wilson was good as well, especially in those bra and panties matches. Crystal, hell of a talent. As well. I didn't want to rag on Ashley Massaro because she committed suicide, so I left her off. I could have gone there, but I'm not going to. Candice Michelle, a porn star turned wrestler, softcore porn star.
She
always
was good at some point, and then she got shit again.
I don't know when, but at some point, maybe. The
I
fabulous
Candace, Michelle, Kelly.
Yeah, the fabulous Moolah, the cat, with a K, always good. Deborah, women's champion, solid talent.
Who won the title because Shawn Michaels decided the winner should be the one that gets stripped down.
Yeah. Terry Runnels, always a solid pick. Rosie Lotta Love, who put Daphne out of the business, good talent there. Lacey Von Erich, always strong. And like I said, Tigress, the other half of that excellent match with Spice. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. And the other two honorable mentions I had for JPO, Asia.
The anti-China.
Yeah. Great talent there. Great Asia. And and maybe it was just one honorable mention. I don't know. COVID, I got brain fog.
Harvina, I didn't take Harvina.
Harvina's good. There's there's just a whole bunch, the plethora of.
Actually, I could have taken Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, the fake Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, fake Rosie O'Donnell, and that great match with Donald Trump on the Raw. Anybody remember that? Yeah.
So,
could have.
Fake Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, that'd be good.
I thought that was the real Rosie O'Donnell. How dare you?
I was actually in America watching that. I was like, what the that was like, I was watching.
I watched that match live. Yeah, that was when I was still watching Raw every week. And I remember when it came out, the announcers are trying and the crowd is like chanting everything on the planet just to just end this match. This match sucks. And it just went on forever. I remember that match went on for like 10 minutes. It was probably like 3 minutes, but it felt like 10 or 15 minutes. It felt forever.
Yeah. Joy Giovanni, remember her, that'd be good. That's a good one. Classic. Christy Hemme. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had heard mine too. So.
Amy Weber, who allegedly quit the company because Randy Orton shit in her bag.
Oh, that Randy Orton! What a prankster! Yeah. Anyways, it's been a long show. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. So.
You thinking about what you're gonna do, Jacob? What are we doing next week?
I have an idea.
All right. Because there's no pay-per-views or anything. So what are we doing next week?
There's not. I have an idea. I need to iron out details first. So we'll talk a little off air. But I do have an idea formulating.
Okay.
So.
And if we need to fill it out, we can always spin the wheel and fill out a short TV show.
I don't think we will. I think
you got something better.
I think I got something that will fill the entire show.
Okay.
But before we get to next week, Richie, you got anything going on between now and then?
Check out it drops Monday. I just recorded a first episode of John Marr Versus, where he reviews bad movies. I've done that before, so we watched Snake Hotel. I'm so glad I watched that, especially
is it available on Tubi?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, of course it is.
yeah. That's why I watched it, and it's a Jagged Edge.
That's a new one. That's a 2023 release.
It's a Jagged Edge production, if you know that. That's basically the British
version of Asylum.
Asylum, yeah, and they're pretty terrible. So also producers of Dinosaur Hotel, which is literally the same thing, but dinosaur. So check that out. I've got I think a Lights Out thing trivia. Got a trying to schedule. I've got a Why We Love Horror tag match with teaming with Malcolm Lay called the Black Sheep, taking on I think Chad and Kerry Webb. So I can't remember what the team's called, but yeah. So that will be fun. When you get that schedule, so keep an eye out for those. And yeah, we'll get tournament fights tomorrow. I mean, my favorite comedies versus JPO's favorite comedies. I'm surprised there wasn't any overlap. I guess I'd put.
There was some overlap. There was. I had to use about 4 of each of your alternates.
I put a lot of alternates in there, so yeah.
So yeah, I used about 4 of Richie's alternates and then about 4 of JPO's alternates. So you guys did have some overlap, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that should be
The
fun.
list I sent was the final list after the alternates were subbed in. So yes, you guys did have crossover.
All right, cool. Well, that'd be fun. And yeah, all good. Yeah, that's about it. And yeah.
All right. Austin?
Yeah, no, I mean, mostly just movie hero network stuff. I put up my review of the Marvels right before we did that, if you want to check that out. And then, yeah, me and you are doing podcasts about movies, I'm assuming, on Saturday. Yeah, I believe so. And then, other than that, it'll just be whatever else we're doing next week, 2006 tournament. Maybe a few trivias here and there. But, yeah, Battleground stuff. I'm kind of waiting for stuff to drop before I plug that anymore.
Yeah.
And also, I've got to be on Seen Unheard on whatever we film that next. Was it Monday? What was it? Sunday? Monday?
Seen Unheard is
supposedly, as long as Jordan can get it done in time, yeah, on Sunday.
All right, cool. Well, tentatively, I'm on there.
Tentatively, I'll be there, but just as a producer, just as a co-host. So, yeah. Taking a step back, I've won too much. I'm gonna let somebody else get a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like Austin said,
I'm like Roman Reigns. I'm just racking up those wins, and the longest reigning champion. I'm gonna take a step back and not defend my title for a little while, and then come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, so like Austin said, podcast about movies on Saturday, talking the Chucky franchise. I don't know if I'm excited or not to talk about it yet.
Really?
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
I'm just gonna I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, and then I'll be on the 2006 tournament next week, and then back with some more Lonely Marks next Thursday, and hopefully JPO will be able to join us. He has recently relocated back to Florida, so hopefully he gets situated soon and he's able to rejoin us. So for Richie, for Austin, for JPO, who couldn't join us but was here in spirit, I am Jacob Barber. This is The Lonely Marks, and we will see you next time.